All right, this is one of my favorite spots. I haven't been here in several years, but what this is it's Prohibition era, and this is like a little hidden valley in the middle of the mountains where they used to produce hard cider. You had two sites. You had where they had the orchard, where everybody put it in barrels, and then they had a secret spot where they hid the barrels and they bottled the alcohol to bring down to town. I know where both sites are. We're gonna be hunting in both of them. I'll tell you a little bit more of the story as we go. It's really cool to have come on a place like this. Let's see what we missed. Well, that didn't take long. I already have an old relic. Look at that. So that's gonna be a garter clip. Isn't that neat? All right, it looks like it says velvet grip. Isn't that neat? Even still some of the silver on there. My dog, of course, he's with. Well, I have both my dogs. I have both my dogs with today. So if you hear a dog trying to get me to throw a stick 3,000 times, that's him. Oh, here comes Archie. Come on, boy. Look how muddy he is. He's living his best life. Well, look at that. That thing has been used. That has definitely split some wood. Dang. What a neat piece. Wow, look at this. I got a little jar. There's just enough lid there that I was able to hear it. Wouldn't it be cool if there was something in there? Awesome. So one of the coolest relics I found at this place is I found an old smudge pot, and they'd put it under the tree when there was going to be a hard frost to keep the blooms from freezing. So, all right, let me see if I can get Gunner to go in there to give you some perspective. So this was their cellar for the apple orchard. Wait till you see the one for burying the barrels. So I found like a shoe and some just like buttons and things. Nothing really too worth showing yet, but the day isn't over. Let's see what we can get. Behind me, this is the trail that leads up to the second site. And it just kind of goes up this tight little draw. And then there's a secret spot up in there. This is just how I found it the first time. The creek bottom down there tightens up and it gets kind of swampy, so I was like, oh, I got to get up on the hillside. And out of nowhere, there's this little flat spot. And this is probably, I don't know, quarter mile from where the orchard is. But anyways, I'll show you some more as we go. Well, this cellar has been filled in a little bit. They did some logging through here, apparently. I think they dumped a bunch of stuff down this hole. It used to be so much bigger. That's a shame. But anyways, this, I believe, is where they buried the barrels of the cider so they'd ferment. And I'll show you here in a little bit why I think that. But if you just kind of look around, you know, you can see trash everywhere. There's so much tin right here. There was a lot of activity for this weird little spot. But there's one thing in particular that I'll show you here eventually. Look at that. So there's barrel rings here everywhere. It's like a barrel ring graveyard. And I'm thinking the creek is just right down here, and you would need water for bottling it. So I think this is probably where they did all the bottling, was right in here. Now I wish I would have found more today than I have. I mean, I found some, you know, horseshoes and, you know, mason jar lids. Just nothing like really awesome so far. But you know what? Sometimes the history of the site is just the awesome part. And if you happen to find something cool, makes it even better. But we're not done yet. We'll see. It isn't looking great though. We're running out of space. All right, I went back down to the original site. I just couldn't go home. Can't do it. So I found a spoon earlier I didn't show you. But look at that. That is a knife, no doubt. Awesome. Well, look at that, another knife. This time it's a pocket knife. It's mostly gone, but look at that. They dropped it open. Well, I guess I'm glad I came back. It's like a 3-mile hike in here, so you know, I gotta walk 3 miles out before dark. But I still got time. Look at that. It's like a watch or a clock winder. Well, I rechecked my hole and look at that, a second one. I don't think I've ever got 2 of those in the same hole. That's kind of weird. Well, look at that beautiful piece of iron. Oh, that's a cool leg. Isn't that awesome? Well, we're probably pretty close to where the wood burning stove was, I guess. Wow, look how pretty that piece is, guys. You know, sometimes it's just worth digging the iron because, man, I'm going to clean that up and I'm going to find something cool to do with that. That's beautiful. Bro, you're dirty. My wife's going to love that. Well, there it is behind me. I don't know. This is my 4th time here, so yeah, I should have expected you know, you should expect the treasures to be a little bit more lean. But you know what? This has been a fun place to dig, and I'm not even sure I'm done. There's another secret way out of here, so I'm gonna take that. Who knows? Something else could happen. But if not, see you on the next one.